Buckle up, 'cause I'm gonna tell you a story about a place called Whiskey Alley Blues.
Rocky Johnny bought an axe, a 69 Fender Strat. Says he's gonna play his tunes down on Whiskey Alley Blues. But mama yells, go get a job. Says you ain't got the chops. Johnny knows he's got the feel. Packs his bags and disappears. Got on the hound, rode out of town, off to make the deal, the devil's deal. Rockin' Johnny hits and hides, got the crossroads in his sight, and that's the last we heard of him. 6 months on, the lights are dim. One old evening, the alley's rocking. Johnny and his Strat come a knocking. Makes his way to the stage and plugs his Strat and lets it wail. He rocked the house, blew the amps right out. That's when they know he's made the deal, the devil's deal. Rockin' Johnny's now a star, sells out every club and bar. All the ladies want a piece, making millions on the record deals. But every high has a low. Johnny forgot what he owes. Lightning house all around. Hell house, tear the doors right down. Hear the cemetery blues. It's time to pay his dues. Now that he's rocked and rolled, yeah, the Whiskey Alley Blues. Hear the cemetery blues. It's time to pay his dues. Now that he's rocked and rolled, yeah, the Whiskey Alley Blues.
And that was the story of Johnny, a man, a cat, and his Strat. Yum. They want him to play the blues on a deal. And down to the crossroads is what he did. And all around, the blues is Crossroads.
All right, it's your boy, Comedian Edwin Douglas, and you are on You Heard Me First Radio Talk Show. That's right, we are on You Heard Me First.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Spreaker. We have a great show, great episode. Before we bring in our guest, let me introduce you to my DJ sidekick, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This time we flip the strip and we have a special guest, blues artist, Izzie, Caravan. How you doing, my buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Great, great. I listened to the album, listened to quite a few music, and I had to give me a glass of wine. I had no whiskey, so I was getting ready for you to come on. And I love your work. I love your gift, your talent. You are very gifted and talented. Yes, sir.
Well, cheers.
Yes,
Cheers
yes,
to
sir.
that honestly means so much to me, man. There's, this record in itself was purely a project of fashion. So to hear that, that's really awesome. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Well, let's do this. When you was a teenager, before you came out of high school, was music your gift, or do you thought about becoming a blues artist?
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty definitive about where my sort of love for music began, and that was actually when I was a really young kid. And the cool thing was I was exposed to a lot of music that my dad was listening to. So, whether it was Dire Straits or Pink Floyd or bands like that. So having that sort of early exposure, back then I always knew I was really fascinated with the guitar. And so obviously growing up, it was I got into rock and roll, and I was a big Aerosmith fan, and but I think the cool thing was even listening to bands like Aerosmith, right? Behind all that, sort of when you sort of open the veil, so to speak, to go behind what was inspiring their music. At the end of the day, the blues was like the common denominator that was behind all the music that I was listening to. And I think it was much later when I sort of realized how powerful the blues actually was. And so then when I really sort of got into it let's say at an academic level, where I was like, all right, I want this to sort of be the blueprint for my music. Getting into all the great blues artists, right? Whether it's Lightning Hopkins or Buddy Guy or Freddie King or Albert King. I mean, it was just a phenomenal sort of life-changing experience. So yeah, that was
okay.
That really,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So, how many instruments can you play? Or do you know how to play?
I say I dabble in pretty much everything. I mean, I can, guitars, drums, keyboards, and so I'm pretty versatile that way. Sometimes when you got to do things right, you got to do them yourself. So I was sort of forced to, but it was a very enjoyable experience learning all these different instruments.
Wow. When you are performing and like you see the ladies popping their fingers, clapping their hands, dancing, do you know how to take any of your instrument and make women really come up on you? Do you do that on purpose, or do you see that, or they trying to come up on you? How do you handle that?
I guess every kid eventually, does. And that's interesting because there's always that sort of, the guitar has always been synonymous with, this is gonna get the ladies, right? And sometimes it doesn't work that way. You actually got to do something with it
We have fun on this show. We like to laugh, and I'm an entertainer, comedian.
Yeah.
I do quite a bit, and I know how important it is when we have the mic. We have to entertain,
Yeah, I'll check out your stuff because I'm big on comedy, right? And I'm always, especially nowadays, right, stuck at home, right? So I end up watching a lot of, stand-up shows, and even some of the classics, right? Yeah, just the other day I was watching Chris Rock, and it's always such a great experience listening to that guy, right? So yeah, I'm really big on comedy, man, and that's cool what you do, man. It's really awesome.
Yes. So, who are some of the music artists inspire you or motivate you that really make you say, "Wow"? Could you name a few?
Yeah, off the bat, Buddy Guy. I mean, to me, this guy I always say he's an American icon, but he's a global treasure, right? Wow, man, what a life. So he's obviously the first one that pops up in my head. Johnny Winter, I'm a big Johnny Winter fan. I guess Muddy Waters called Johnny Winter him the lost son. So that's a compliment and a half if you can ever get one. So yeah, the Buddy Guy, Johnny Winter, Joe Perry, Brad Whitford, guys from Aerosmith. Lightning Hopkins is a huge one for me. I remember when I really sort of heard Lightning Hopkins. I'm telling you, I was literally like, I was standing the entire time I heard that record. I was like, what is this guy doing? It was just mind-blowing stuff. I was like, so yeah, he's a big influence on me as well. And again, the blues greats. I mean, just last night yesterday we were rehearsing, and we ended up just jamming on these John Lee Hooker sort of riffs, right? And it's just so much fun playing some of these guys, right? So their influence is really sort of coming through in our music now, more so than ever. Yeah, that's really cool.
Wow. When you are traveling and before you going to perform, what are some of the things that you like to do away from before the night get there? What are some of the favorite things you like to do when you're on the road?
Well, we haven't, honestly, the bizarre thing is when we sort of restarted this entire journey. I mean, our diving, it's like my life is like a scripted comedy itself, man. When I had actually left music for the longest time, right? And it was, I just released, so I got back into it after a decade or so, and I ended up releasing my first record in December of 2019, and then a second one in February of 2020. And so we started working on this third one, and we were like, well, we get this done and hit the road, right? But then there you go, right? This whole COVID thing shows up. And so we haven't been actually able to hit the road. And, again, we were saying, we were talking yesterday about what do we do, right? And we're really bummed out because, to the point where, like, can we try for sort of like I doubt we'll even be able to hit the road by Christmas. So we're already sort of planning for next summer, but it's been such a bizarre time for us, right? We just sort of showed up at the wrong time, which again, true to form for my life, right? I just always show up at the wrong place at the wrong time, man. I think I could have done this a year earlier, right? But yeah, let's hope for the best, man.
Well, I asked that because when I travel, I like to go straight to the hotel room and keep my mind off the performance or the show later on that night. I would go to the mall and kind of get a feel for the city. I will like to go to Applebee's or Chili's, just be normal and relax. And I don't like to eat a couple of hours before my performance because I want to save all my energy for the audience. Okay, they pay their money, come to see a performance, and that's some of the things that I do personally before I perform. That's why I asked you that. Great. Could you tell all of us some of the trials and tribulations that you may have gone through in the business that made you become a better artist, a better entertainer?
Yeah, for sure. Again, sort of, rewinding time a little bit. I think it was around 2006, 2007 was when I sort of left music. And honestly, man, it was, I just wasn't having fun with it, right? And, I always say I have two loves of my life, which were music, and the other was philosophy, which I sort of studied at university and stuff. So anyway, so I just, it was really, I just became really disillusioned and jaded with music and where it was headed and the commercialization of the guitar and stuff. So I just wasn't, I wasn't happy anymore, and I left it. And honestly, man, I didn't pick up the guitar for at least a decade or so. Like literally, I didn't even play the thing. And it sort of had become a thing that I did once upon a time in my life, and that was pretty much it, right? But it was a couple of years back, and I sort of, just by chance, I started playing, and then, when I sort of played again, it was literally like the kid inside me waking up again. And this time I really got into music and stuff. But coming back though, it's been a challenging experience. Because I always feel, and we're okay with this now, but and we like this tag. But I think we're sort of the underdogs of the music world, so to speak, right? Because of what we play, which is sort of very, what I like to think, sort of blues rock, which is seeped in some degree of traditionalism, right? And second, the changing landscape of music in itself. I didn't realize the whole sort of industry had changed so much. I mean, everything is now streaming and YouTube and all this stuff, right? So what we're really, like most of the bands, I guess, what we're dealing with right now is how to be that signal amongst all the noise, right? It's like an astronomer trying to find an exoplanet out there somewhere, right? And so we're sort of dealing with that right now, with how much content that's being produced every day and put on YouTube and on streaming services and whatnot. So how do we really sort of find our niche, right? Not find our fan base, because we're okay with our identity now. We know we're a blues rock band, right? And we're not sort of, and I'm pretty stubborn about keeping this identity of ours intact, right? I'm not willing to sort of compromise.
Wow, amazing. Wow.
What this means, right? I mean, I'd rather I'd take 150 subscribers on my YouTube channel who are real sort of blues rock fans rather than like a billion subscribers who are just there, right? I mean, I'm just being sort of honest because we had to sort of find our own skin, and actually that's been a bit of a challenge. But like I said, we're trying our best to be that signal amongst all the noise for like blues rock fans to hear us and hopefully like us, right? So, but each day at a time, and that's okay.
Oh man, oh my goodness. With that being said, how do you see yourself playing any music or making music on the world is going through this pandemic, this COVID-19? Do you think you could put a song together to bring people back, to bring the world back to where it was? Could you write a song on the pandemic?
We didn't do one on the pandemic, but just just a few weeks back, we were just sitting around. We ended up recording a cover song of a track by Woody Guthrie called "I Ain't Got No Home," and I think it was probably just because everyone's just sort of resonated with what we're going through so well. So I'm a big fan of Woody Guthrie. So I was like, I just started playing it. We ended up recording it, and we'll probably release a video for it. But it's probably going to be based on just the unemployment and all the trials and tribulations that people are going through across the world, right? Losing their jobs and stuff like that, their homes. And so we're trying to say, we figured, hey, let's, do something.
Wow, okay.
So, just our little contribution to, maybe someone relates to it and says, all right, somebody's thinking about us. Yeah.
Okay. Have you tried? I know it's kind of hard for all of us to go back to the club or a venue to perform, but have you made any efforts to do virtual or Zoom-in performance?
Yeah, not as yet. But we are rehearsing, and because again, it's such a new experience, right? I mean, because like I said, even yesterday we were sort of hanging out, rehearsing, and we're like, what do we do? Should we go? Should we travel down the States, or maybe try for the European, club tour, or? But then we said, hey, I don't know, let's record, some live songs and at least put them up, and so yeah, we'll eventually get a few songs out with us playing live soon enough. That should be fun.
Okay. Before we let you go, tell everyone what you got coming up. If they need to contact you or book you, go ahead. The mic is yours.
All right. Yeah. Since we're all stuck at home and I'm stuck in the studio, we figured while we're at it, might as well end up releasing another record this year. So we've already started working on our fourth record, which will be our third in this year alone. And we're hoping for a Christmas release for this one. Might as well, make ourselves useful. So yeah, we're pretty excited about that. And again, it's already shaping up to be a pretty full throttle blues rock record. People can check us out on. You can easily visit my website, which is www.izziescaravan.com. That's IZZIES caravan.com. Hit me up on Instagram. For good or for bad, I'm on Instagram as well. All that stuff is on YouTube, and they can check out our website. It's like a fully action-packed website. From all our music to videos to news to interviews, everything's up there. So it's literally like an encyclopedia of that. Right? So yeah, anyone who's into blues rock, hey, join the Caravan, have fun. Yeah.
All right. Well, I tell all my guests this is your new home. Anytime that you have, I don't care if you're about to write a book or anything, this is your new home. This is what You Heard Me First radio talk show do. We give the key to the door, and this is your new home. You Heard Me First radio talk show. I want to say thank you. I will continue to follow you and continue to promote you just like I do everybody else. Once you get the key, we keep up with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers. Thank you so much for having me. It was a great experience, man. Take care. Cheers.
Yes. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the one and only, the blues artist, Izzie Caravan. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick music break. Thank you, and keep up the good work, and we will stay in touch, okay?
You can drink my liquor, you can call my lady, you can take my money, you can smoke my blunt. Scuff these Jordans, you can say you hate me, you can call me crazy, but don't touch my truck. Don't touch my truck. Don't touch my V8 engine with the windows tinted. Boy, we came from the bottom, got it out the mud. Whole block jumping cause the subs stay hidden. If they roll up on me, know I keep one tuck. Tell them boys come get me, I be riding through the city. Young, rich, and I'm pretty, homie don't get it twisted. Keep it safe in the Henny, red cup full of Henny. My head's color Benny's, for real. You can drink my liquor, you can call my lady, you can take my money, you can smoke my blunt. Scuff these Jordans, you can say you hate me, you can call me crazy, but don't touch my truck. Don't touch my truck. Don't touch my wood grain dash with the matte black finish, and it match my shouty with the big old bud. Know them boys soft cause they got hard feelings. You can try me if you wanna go and test your luck. Woo! Tell them boys come get me, I be riding through the city. Young, rich, and I'm pretty, homie don't get it twisted. Keep it safe in the Henny, red cup full of Henny. My head's color Benny's, for real. You can drink my liquor, you can call my lady, you can take my money, you can smoke my blunt. Scuff these Jordans, you can say you hate me, you can call me crazy, but don't touch my truck. Don't touch my truck. Don't touch my truck. Don't touch my truck. Don't touch my truck.
It's called Vibes Live, every day and night. Get your exercise, Robinlynne will play you right. On that speaker, Robinlynne, your host and speaker. Doing that gosh darn thing, we off the charts, you sleeper. It's called Vibes Live, every day and night. Get your exercise, Robinlynne will play you right. On that speaker, Robinlynne, your host and speaker. Doing that gosh darn thing, we off the charts, you sleeper.
is the boy, Comedian Edwin Douglas, and I am the host of Uheardme First Radio Talk Show. And this is Uncle Ben, DJ Sidekick. That's right, we want to thank everybody around the world for tuning in. The only radio talk show that brings in real people that tell real stories to entertain your spirit and soul. Yes, get with music and of course get our laugh on. But don't forget to tune in because we're always on demand on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker. Yes, of course you can Google us on the Robinlynne production. And guess what? We also will be on Roku and much more, just like I am streaming. Don't forget, you heard me?
Hi, this is Charlotte Pearl, and you're listening to Black Bottom Entertainment Radio, the best of old school R&B, funk, and hip-hop. And we will also be breaking new artists here every day on Black Bottom Entertainment Radio. You heard?
It's the boy, Comedian Edwin Douglas, and we are on Uheardme1st.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Spreaker. And I want everybody to give a warm welcome from our guest today, blues artist, Izzie Caravan. Very gifted and talented artist. Uncle Ben, what made you play the song, Don't Touch My Truck? Uncle Ben, I want to let it be known I got a new truck out there that goes for you and Robinlynne. Don't touch my truck. Oh, you talking noise. You must got your truck off your stimulus check. Got that right, buddy. Don't touch my truck. You can smoke my blunt with me, but don't touch my truck. Well, let's bring in our engineer, producer of the show, all the way from Seattle, Washington, Robinlynne Mabin. How you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm fine, Edwin. Hello, everybody. Hey, Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben,
don't touch my truck. That's all I need you to understand. Well, how's she going to touch the truck and she's in Seattle and you here? Uncle Ben.
I'm not going to touch his truck. He can have his truck. I'd rather for him to have his truck than to be step away from the turntables. How about that? Step away from the turntables.
Oh, my goodness. Well, what do you think about what do you think about our guests? Are you a blues fan, Robin? Do you love blues music?
You know I am. Rhythm and blues, baby. The phenomenal guest. Phenomenal. And really moving story. Amazing.
Yes. I love to hear people that can play instruments and do what they do, and that's what this show is all about. And I just love it. And before he came on, I was drinking. Wasn't no whiskey, but I was drinking sweet California wine. And,
red wine. Sweet California red. One of my favorites.
Yes. And I got a nice little listen to his music, blues. But speaking of blues, how about can I get the drum roll for You Heard Me First Update News? All right. Today on You Heard Me First Update News. Well, Robin, I'm gonna let you give us a report on all nothing but new radio family. You Heard Me First radio talk show, Vibe Live, Black Bottom Radio, Hilltop Radio, and the Doc
Honeycutt Morning Show.
Yes.
105.
Yes.
I forget which 105 it is, but out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Sunday mornings. Yes, we are. Oh, and also got a new one coming back. Chef Amadeus, celebrity chef Amadeus is coming up with pop-up cook-offs and cooking shows. Yes.
Can
as
you
well.
cook? Because I can cook now. I can cook.
Yeah, chef.
I would
Celebrity chef Amadeus. He won on the Food Network. They had a big contest on there several years ago, and he was one of those winners. And he is taken on his brand to great lengths ever since then. And he's going to be on IM streaming. So we'll be coming with live programming, with original programming, original stations, radio, TV. We'll be in Roku. Just phenomenal what's going on over at IM streaming.
Okay. And also tell us about the Hip Hop radio. DJ Sean out of Charlotte. Yeah, go ahead.
DJ Sean Fisher out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He operates the Hilltop radio show over there on Blog Talk Radio. 10 years old, and he's been interviewing independent artists. He's been presenting independent artists to A&Rs and DJs, world-famous DJs all over the world. And it's a great thing that he's doing over there. I'm also one of the co-hosts now. So you can find the Hilltop Radio Show Monday through Friday, thank you, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Blog Talk Radio.
Okay. And we have also in Charlotte, Dot Honeycutt give them details on Dot Honeycutt.
Doc Honeycutt Enterprises, Doc Honeycutt Media. She has the Sunday radio show. What is it? The morning show with Doc Honeycutt on 105.3, I believe it is. And she also has a TV show, Bikers and Beauties. Okay,
Bike and Beauty. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I could be. You said something about bike and beauty.
Yeah. Motorcycle.
Oh,
yeah.
Sugar daddy. Can you get him a motorcycle? I could be. Got a truck. I need to give me a motorcycle. Let me ask you one more thing. Do you think, since they say bike and beauty, do they have on bikini and riding their bike? I could be.
You know, I'm not exactly sure, but they're really cute, Uncle Ben. So you want me to get their number?
I could be. I told you I'm DJ Sugar Daddy. What you talking about, girl? I could be. I got my truck. I got me a bike. DJ Sugar Daddy.
Yeah.
I could be.
But you still need me to get you them digits, son. Just saying.
Okay. Move right along. Also, we have Shirley Pearl out of Columbia, South Carolina, and that's Black Bottom Radio. Tell everybody about Black Bottom Radio.
Black Bottom Entertainment Radio, rhythm and blues, soul, funk, from all the genres, from all of the whatever, I can't remember what, the 80s, 60s, the 80s, and the 90s and the 70s. Yeah.
Okay. And since they already know, but you're doing a great job explaining who, what. Now tell everybody about the new and improved You Heard Me First radio talk show. You heard me? You give them a little detail what's about to go down.
You Heard Me First radio talk show. You can find them on his own website now, uheardmefirst.com. Also, we've recently launched Behind My Own Mic TV, and congratulations, you're in Roku now, and you'll be able to broadcast the stream live next month. And there's an upcoming album.
Woo, woo, woo. Gonna leave y'all with a question mark with that. Once he said album, just don't know what kind of album. Don't touch my truck. That's all I need to make.
It could be a photo album. It could be a photo album. It could be I don't know.
just keep it in mind, album, okay? Yes.
Yeah.
Also, You Heard Me First update news. In the state of Kentucky, there's a report that 87 people were arrested in protesting. If I'm not mistaken, that's a lot of people. And I believe they was in front of, was it one of the attorney's home, in front of his home or office? I can't quite remember. Do you know what's going on with the details? The 87 people was arrested, Robin, in Kentucky?
I'm not sure about that one, but I know about the one where the reality stars, Portia Williams and Yandy Smith, got arrested for protesting Black Lives Matter. I'm not up to speed on the one that you mentioned.
Well, they were protesting with the young lady that was murdered in her own home apartment, Breland. Is that her name? Breland?
Breonna Taylor. I believe this is the same incident.
But can you see every right when you are in your home and you hear click, click, click and someone's breaking into your home or walk inside your home without ringing the doorbell? You have me personally, you have every right to defend yourself because they did not knock or ring the doorbell stating who they are and claiming that it was something else, such as drugs, okay? And she was murdered in her own home, and I believe her boyfriend was trying to protect himself. He did have a license, a permit for his gun.
They were serving a no-knock. They were serving a no-knock warrant on the apartment because of the boyfriend was a suspected drug dealer, so they were trying to catch him. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
On a no-knock warrant. So, and you're right. People have a right to defend themselves in their home. But we've got a greater thing going on. That's about the third or fourth incident that I know of people sitting in their homes, and then they're being killed by police. One officer, the female, she thought she was in her apartment, and somebody was in her apartment on a whole nother floor. Really?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So
wow.
There's something else going on.
Today, I don't have a closure today. I'm going to take a break on that, but Uncle Ben got something to say to you, Robin. Uncle Ben. Robin, I heard you say that you over there other radio stations with other DJs. Don't forget we got a rematch before the year is over. And while you're over there, you need to have one of them DJs to teach you how to DJ, because DJ Sugar Daddy gonna be ready for you.
Nah, you need to just go on and hit that mute button, because you will never be ready for me. Never. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a blindfold on and tie my hands and my feet up. Wow.
Well, I'm going to pull my new truck in the studio, and my equipment going to be in the back of my truck. And I'm going to have my blunt sitting on the side there.
You sound like Refunk Radio Los Angeles. You sound like the guy that hooks up an amp and a reverb and all that to the computer to broadcast.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I love my radio. I love my radio family. I really do. With Uncle Ben, of course, our engineer, producer. These two always, matter of fact, you always get into it with everybody. What's the deal? Uncle Ben, don't touch my truck. That's all I got to say. Uncle Ben. Man,
you know what? I don't even know why I'm the engineer and I'm the producer. You know what? I should just mute you. Why don't I just mute you?
He got quiet. He got quiet. Well, that's all we have for tonight for episode. Anything you want to say, Robin, before we get out of here?
I'm sorry, what was that?
You must have muted yourself. I will ask you before we go. Is there anything you want to say before we leave?
It's still your turn.
Okay, so you muted yourself. Okay.
I'm sorry. Just a little kid. I do have something to say. The voting. I saw somewhere where there are issues. Oh, people are missing the deadline to register to vote. So you want mail-in voting, okay? So people with this coronavirus and stay at home, you want to check and see what your local policies are on voting. And if you have to mail-in vote, make sure you get registered and make sure you know what those deadlines are. And also, the stimulus check is supposed to be, we're supposed to be getting a second stimulus check. They're saying that they're going to announce it next week. Okay?
Good. I'm going to do a little follow-up on the voting. And she's absolutely correct. People, wherever you live at, I am promoting for everyone to go to the poll and vote. Even though the coronavirus is taking place, we can't not let our federal government control our vote, because you have the right for freedom, you have the right for speech, you have the right to vote. You have every right to exercise your vote. Your vote counts. I'm not telling you to vote Republican or Democratic, but what I am saying, get up and go to the poll. Get up early in the morning. Call in sick. Or call your boss and say you'll be late. But I need everybody to be at the poll. If it open at 7, you need to be there at 6 a.m. The second Tuesday, it's the first Tuesday in November. Okay? And I need everyone to go exercise their vote. Some want to be lazy to mail in vote, but if you're in a county and they're not allowed you, please don't wait till the last minute to get all your information that you need, because I don't think no one in this country want to go through this another 4 years. I don't care if you voted Republican. I don't care if you voted Democratic. All I care is think about what we're going through. We need answers. We need our lives back here in America. I don't know what's going on in China. I don't know what's going on in Europe. My prayer go out for everybody in the world. We need answers to open up the world so we can live in our own freedom. Well, that's it for now. Until next time, don't forget to tune in on Uheardme.com, also iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, and peace. And may God bless you. Don't you guys go way too far. See y'all next time. You heard me?
Oh yeah. Feels good. The time has come to enjoy myself. I've left my problems up on the shelf. The workday's over and I got it made. Like Johnny Kemp said, I just got paid and I'm ready to mingle. Young man, single and free, ready to get busy. Down to party, hardy, and have a good time. All I need is a partner in crime. Call up the homies and hope they might say they're down to paint the town red tonight. Look in the closet and pull out the hype gear. Hook up the high top fade and I'm out of here. To a disco or a party of some kind. Hope that I would find myself a good time. Before I'm through and the night is done, man, I'm gonna have fun. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. We're just dancing, y'all. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Out there on the floor. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. We're just dancing, baby. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Gonna give you more, step on the dance floor. Check your coat and your troubles at the door. Cause for sure you're gonna see a smile today. The problems of the world seem miles away. The only thing that matters is a good time that can be had with the help of a good rhyme. The DJ's hype more than up to par. Uh-oh, there goes a cutie at the bar. So I stroll on over and say hi and tell her I'm the PLAY. And would she like to dance a while? I'll do anything to see you smile, you see. My job is to take you higher. After a couple of songs, I'll inquire. Having fun? Well, I ain't done. The best is yet to come. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Just dancing, y'all. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Out there on the floor. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Just dancing, baby. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Gonna give you I wouldn't mind spending the rest of the night with you. No kidding, babe, we can make some noise. You and your girls, and me and my boys. Just feeling right, a night filled with pleasure. We can take it slow with no pressure. Enough respect, you won't regret. This'll be a night you won't soon forget. Yeah, and that's a promise from me to you. Take my hand, girl, I'ma see you through. You don't strike me as a woman that fronts. Here's your chance. You only live once, I wanna hear you say, oh, what a blast, kid. We sure had good fun while it lasted. Hung out with friends and hit the skins. Next week we're gonna do it again.